Sanshou means Kung Fu freeform fighting, or Chinese kickboxing, in which strikes, kicks, and throws come in fast and furious, making this sport different than any other. It is derived from traditional Chinese Lei Tai fighting. The Lei Tai is a 24-foot square platform raised 2 feet off the ground, which, in past days, was erected by fighters who wanted to lay claim to being the best in the village. Today, Sanshou is quickly becoming one of the most popular contact sports due in part to the efforts of a few rising Sanshou fighters. One of these rising stars is Cung Li, who has been competing in Sanshou since 1994. His experience started in Taekwondo, Sambo, Muay Thai, Greco-Roman wrestling, and freestyle wrestling. Cung Li has won the bronze medal in the 1995 World Wushu Kung Fu Championships and is 3-time national champion. Not only is he a successful competitor, but has brought his success to coaching. He has coached 6 other national Sanshou champions. In this series of Sanshou tapes, Cung Li will share his winning techniques and training secrets with you.
Hi, my name is Cung Li, and welcome to tape 1 of the Sanshou video series. This tape will show you the basic boxing and kicking techniques of Sanshou. We'll point out the right types of equipment to use for training and the basic rules for competition. Okay, before we start, we're going to get the blood flowing by jumping rope. Switch up one leg, switch other leg, running, shuffle, side to side, and double. Okay, after about 20 minutes of jump rope, I like to stretch out. Everyone has their way of stretching out. I'll go through my way, okay? First, a back leg lunge. Okay, I like to lock my knees out, keep my foot tight, and lean forward. Always look up because you want to get a fuller stretch. If you want, you can pull your toes back to get more of a stretch. I like to hold it for about 8 seconds before I switch. Okay, now I'm going to lean a little bit further forward. And last time, switch. Okay, now I'm going to go into a forward lunge. I like to be on the ball of my foot, put all my weight forward. Switch to the other side. And switch. This time, get your elbow, push your thigh out. Switch. Okay, now go down as far as you could. Okay. Lean forward, keep your toes locked, knees locked. Switch other side. and switch. You can also put your chest down if you could. Switch. Okay, let's do some stretch kicks. Always keep your hands up like fighting position. Stretch kick, basically you swing the leg straight up, keeping your foot tight and your knees locked. Okay, I'm going to go a little faster. Okay, now we're going to go inside out. I'll go slow. Now fast. Okay, outside in. Fast. And we're ready to move on to our hand technique. Attention, salute. Okay, first of all, I'd like to introduce Alan Malavilla. Okay, before we get started on the basic hand techniques of Sanshou, I'd like to give out some key tips for the person holding the focus mitt. Okay, first of all, the correct way of holding the focus mitt is when I punch, he's going to pat it back so I don't hyperextend my elbow or I don't hurt his elbow. So by him patting back, gives me a little bit more resistance on the punch and I can develop my power. So we'll go over it slow. When I punch, he parries my punch. Okay? The incorrect way of holding the focus mitt is just holding it there. See how the hand goes back? You can hurt your shoulder or your elbow. And I can even hyperextend my elbow. Okay? Again. So he's going to have to give some resistance. Even for both sides. Okay, now we're going to start out with the basic jab. Thanks. Okay, first of all, in fighting position, you want to have two lines. Okay, so you can be more balanced. And your elbows want to be close to your ribs so you can protect your ribs. And the most important thing is hands always up because you can protect yourself. Even after you punch, you want to pull your punch back. Other side, never dropping your hand like this. Okay, always keeping it up. Okay, we're going to start with the basic jab. Jab comes from the lead leg, so your lead hand's going to jab. The key to the jab or any punch is relax before you hit your target. Right before you hit your target, that's when you snap it out and let your energy come out. Okay, I'm going to do two speed. One at a regular slow speed, about 50%. The other one, I'm going to explode into my punch like I would do in a match. So we'll start in place jab. Slow, twisting my punch, right away, retracting back to my face. Okay, explode. Okay, also the jab. You can move forward or backward. Moving forward, slow. Okay? Remember, hands always up. Explode. Okay, now, going back or countering. As he stepped forward, I step back and jab. Okay, now I'm going to explode. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate it on the focus mitt. In place. Ready? Slow. Okay. Now, explode. Now I'm going to move forward. He's going to stay there, but I'm going to step forward. Remember, Hands always here. After you punch, pull it back. As now he steps in. Go. Okay, the next punch will be the cross punch. The jab sets up your cross. Okay? You want to turn your hips and cover your face with your other hand. Start slow. Now I'm going to explode. Okay? Now I'm going to demonstrate it to the focus mitt. Okay, next punch will be the hook from the lead hand and the back hand. Pivoting my whole body so I can generate more power. Slow. Fast. From the back hand. Slow. Fast. Couple keys. When I punch, put my shoulder up to protect my chin, covering my chin. Okay, other side. Okay. Focus mitt, lead hand, back hand, both hands. Now the uppercut. Punching up. Backhand. Explode. To the focus mitt. Backhand. Both. Alan? Okay, this series we're going to go over some high and low techniques off the focus mitts. First of all, we're going to put the jab across, but a lot of people hold it out this way. You got to remember one thing. You're jabbing and you're crossing, and that's the same kind of distance. When you jab, they're going to move back. So all the time, you want your focus mitt, one for the jab and one for the cross. Okay, so a little bit further so you can step into the punch. Okay, so we're going to demonstrate it slow, and we'll go over it fast. Slow. Again. 2. Now we're going to go fast. Okay, so now we're going to work a little bit low, high. So the jab will go high and the cross will go low. 1, 2, to the chest or to the abdomen. Okay, now we're going to do some body work with the hooks and uppercuts. Okay, first of all, you want to place both of them together so you can really drive the punch in. This is a hook at a 45-degree angle to the upper ribs. Other side. Slow. Okay, now we're going to go 1, 2. Low and high. Slow. Other side. Okay, fast. Remember, keep that shoulder when you hook. Tuck that shoulder in. Protect your chin. Okay, now we're going to do a jab, cross, anywhere to the body, wherever he puts it. You kind of mix it up. Later on, you're going to do it yourself by jab cross, change up. Okay? 1, 2. Variety. Variety is the key to change up. We'll go a little bit faster. It's called freestyle now. Whatever he gives me, I gotta hit. Okay, remember, when you practice with your partner, you go at your own speed and you pick it up. I'm trying to go as with power and as slow as I could so you can pick up different movements. But now we're going to try to pick it up a little so I can like kind of spar with the folk Smith. Whatever he feeds me, your trainer's going to like be the one pushing you, giving you like numbers. He gives me 4, I have to punch 4 times. He drops it to the body, goes 2, then I have to punch 2 to the body. Okay, so he's in command, and I just punch on his go, okay? So we're gonna pick it up a little. 4, 2, Tension, sloop, sloop. Okay, before we begin our kicks, I'd like to mention that every time I throw a kick to the pads, he's going to give me a little resistance. Same thing with the folk Smiths when we were practicing our hands. So we'll start with the roundhouse, how he's going to pad it back. So if I kick the roundhouse, he's going to pop my kick, right? Same thing with the front kick. Front kick's like a jab. Same thing with the side kick. Okay, now we're ready to begin. Remember those tips. Thank you, Alan. Okay, the first kick I want to go over is the front kick. You can either kick with the ball of your foot or the heel. You can kick with the lead leg or the back leg. Remember, keep your hands up, elbows in. Protect your ribs. We'll start with the back leg, front kick. Knee up. Every time you kick, you got to retract your kick. That's the key. Front leg. Now with the heel. Now I'm going to explode into my kick. Front leg. With the heel. On the pads. Front leg. the heel. Okay, our next kick is the side kick, the most popular kick in Sanshou, because you can use it as an offense or a defense. You kick with the heel, and it's a long kick, so you can keep your opponent away. It works really good against guys with good hands. I'll demonstrate by a slow side kick with the lead leg. I'll explode. Okay? Now back leg. I'm going to pivot my foot. I'm going to turn, I'm going to kick with my left. Now, explode. Next one is to cover distance. I slide up. I never cross my legs. So if I get caught with the kick or they punch me, I can lose balance. So I'm going to slide up like this. Again. Before I kick. Slow. Now I'm going to do it on the pad. Okay, first, lead leg. Slow. Back leg. I'm going to slide up. Covering distance. Remember, never cross your legs. Always hide it. They can see it coming here. So from here, one more time. Other leg. Okay, this next kick is the spinning back kick. There's 3 steps to it. First step, take the step, look before you kick, and throw the kick. Okay? One motion. You don't want to go 1, 2, 3, but you want to go. Okay? Okay, to the pad. One more time. Okay, our next kick will be the roundhouse kick. The roundhouse, you either can kick off your instep, which is this part of the foot, or the shin. When I go to the head, I like to hit with my instep. If I go to the body or to the leg, I like to hit with my shins. Okay, first I'm going to do a high roundhouse to the head. After I kick, I like to recoil my kick. Covering my chin with my left. If I kick with my right, this left hand must stay up. Now I'm going to explode. Okay, the next kick will come at a 45-degree angle. Same thing as a roundhouse, but it's for a closer in range. And explode. Okay, the next roundhouse, I'm going to bring it all the way through. And I won't recoil my kick. It's like swinging a bat. Explode. Okay, Art. Okay, this is Art Palacios. He's a national and U.S. Open cruiserweight Sanshou champion. And we'll start with the low kick. Okay, we're gonna kick to the thigh. Kick slow, but I like to kick with my shins. Keeping my hand up. Okay, we're gonna go to the body, to the rib area. Slow. I'm explode into it. When I kick, I don't want to think my target's here. I want to think through him. Okay? Through your target. Hey! Hey! One more. Hey! Now we'll bring it up to the head. Slow. Explode. Hey! Hey! One more. Hey! Thanks, Art. Okay, now for our last kick, which is a wheel kick. Okay, the wheel kick, you do the same spinning motion as the back kick, but this time you have a whipping effect. You like to hit with your heel. And you take a step, you look before you kick, then you whip it out there. I'll go slow. Step, look, whip. One more time. Step, look, whip. Okay, I'll explode. Okay, paddle. I'm gonna kick both legs. Okay, before we begin tape 2, you're gonna need some training equipment. The headgear, mouthpiece, some gloves. I prefer 16 to 18 ounce. Most important, your cup and your shin and instep. Optional equipment, chest gear to prevent any unnecessary injuries to the ribs. Okay, also you can use some additional tools, training equipment, such as the focus pad, the kick paddle. These enhances your focus and your accuracy. Kick shield for power, and the kick pad. Some people refer to them as the Thai pad. Okay, we'll be talking about the rules and regulations of Sanshou. How do you score 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point? But before we begin, Sanshou is fought on a liatai, which is a raised platform about 2 feet high. And it's 24 by 24 feet. Okay, assisting me today will be the defending national champion, Ed Carpiel. And an up-and-coming champion, Ian Jarman. Okay, we're going over the points first. Here. Facing each other. Salute. Okay, the first 3 points will be a back sweep. And a front sweep. And next will be a leg catch to sweep. spinning back kick or wheel kick that catches your opponent on the head, knocking him down. And if one opponent gets pushed out of the ring or kicked out of the ring or punched out of the ring. Step out. Okay, 3 points is scored when the referee signals 3 to the guy who gets the 3 point. Okay, this part we'll be going over how to score 2 points. First of all, we're going to score 2 points by takedowns or throws, because there's some hand signals that the referee will have to signal. So first of all, takedown, double leg. One person remains standing, one person's down. The signal will be scoring 2 points. Any throws? Stays standing, scores 2 points. Now we get into the points where the referee won't give a signal. Any kick to the body, such as a side kick, or a front kick, or even a roundhouse to a body, scores 2 points. Any hit to the head from a punch or a kick and the opponent falls, scores 2 points. Roundhouse. Any leg kick knocks the opponent down, scores 2 points. A clinch and your touches glove, scores 2 points. And when scoring 1 point, kick to the leg, punch to the face. Now we'll go takedown for 1 point. If the person who takes his opponent down falls on top of his opponent, that's considered 1 point. The signals caution and warning. Caution, you don't lose any points, but warning, you lose 1 point. Okay, we're going to go over some live footage of actual competition matches, and you will see how the points are scored live.
Now that you have familiarized yourself with the basic rules and techniques of Sanshou, you are ready for our advanced tape, which will feature powerful combination and devastating takedowns. Remember, basic technique is your foundation, and by building a strong foundation gives you the winning edge.
I look good.